That's right.
I've been saying I was going to do that, Queen Mother.
Modern woman, y'all not gonna like this. If you're a modern woman that want to have your hot girl summers and you love this gynocracy that emasculates men and empowers women over men, except if you like that, this ain't the video for you. You might want to leave. If you want to break out of that and you want to learn something, then stay right here.
Since I said the champ is here, because I've been on YouTube, well, lecturing for a number of years, but I've been on YouTube for about a year and a half, and I'm always battling, Queen Mother, like battling. I'm talking with the brothers and trying to get the brothers to understand the sisters. Then I'm over here with the sisters and trying to get the sisters to understand the brothers, and so I'm kind of like torn, torn, torn. And so, as I've been following you for quite some time, and that's what you've been doing literally for 35 years. You spent 35 years of your life, trying to repair, trying to heal the Black nation. And primarily, you spent a lot of time trying to heal the relationship between the Black man and the Black woman. And we have to do that if we want to build a nation, right? So, Queen Mother, back in the 90s, you wrote a book, The Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman. That was I believe you published that in 1994. Queen Mother, why? It wasn't 94?
March of 1990.
Oh, March of 1990. You published the book, The Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman. Queen Mother, why? Why did you decide to publish that book on that particular topic?
Well, actually, I had written my first book, which was How Not to Eat Pork or Life Without the Pig.
I saw that.
And I was going around to different groups and the colleges and different places. And I was so enthusiastic and young. So I was taking the microscope and I was showing the people what the porkworm looked like in your brain, in your legs. And
Perfect example of the practice that women should be in, because it's natural for a woman to nurture. So she's going to make sure that you eating the most healthiest food. We dig in as men. We just want to get it cooked. Boom, boom, boom. Them ladies spend 5-6 hours in the kitchen, man. My mama used to spend 6 hours in the kitchen just to cook, so we can have a meal ready for us 3 days in a row, so she can get right back to it and cook again. My mom had traditional values. Okay, she has that. It's traditional for a woman to understand food and teach not only her man but the children and the world the detriment that food can cause for you if you're eating the wrong foods. I love it.
how heat couldn't kill it, like they was telling us if you cook it well enough, you can kill it. So I was going through a lot of things with that. And I noticed at that time that a lot of the brothers were saying, hey, I'm going to get off that pig. I ain't eating that hog. I'm going to eat different and so forth. But it was the sisters that I felt I was getting the most resistance from. And they were saying, I'm not cooking nothing. He gonna eat what I've been cooking.
See what I'm saying,
We've
y'all?
been eating it. My grandma 99, she been eating it all
See what I'm saying, y'all?
her life. They were giving me all of that same spiel. And I noticed the thing that occurred to me was that if we are withholding the proper food from the Black man, and food is what sustains life, then what else are we withholding from him that's killing him and me?
Mm.
Killing all of us.
Mm.
You know, since we are the foundation of the nation, being the mothers. And so that led me to start that research, which actually was in 1984, all the way up, to I had been collecting a lot of things and I didn't know what I was collecting it for. So, when Allah blessed me with that idea, I say, well, then what I need to write is The Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman. And the rest is history, as they say.
The rest is history. So you were trying to, and I share your same sentiments that I noticed that I can build with my brothers and I can build with my sisters too, but I get a lot of resistance. So what you experience,
That speaks to the disagreeable nature that Black women have adopted for decade after decade. It's tough to deal with women nowadays because they've based everything, which is in their innate nature, they've based everything on emotion. So if they feel like their nature is being attacked, or their adopted nature, which is this promiscuous lifestyle that we see all these modern women living, once a Shahrazad Ali or Dr. Maat speaks to them, they get emotional and give them pushback. You know, men are more prone to be told about themselves and try to fix themselves. And then the men that don't fix themselves, we call them bums, deadbeats, etc. And they have to accept that until they get right. Men and women tell these men that. But women, we tend to tell women things, and because of their emotions, we've built this society that coddles women. So even when she's right, she's wrong. You have to spoil her. To make her change, do everything you can. Show her the best. Put the world in your hands for her. Then she might submit to you, or whatever the case may be. You hear it all the time. Women say they can only submit to a real man, meaning it's not in my nature to do that. Somebody got to make me be that way.
During that day, it's still happening. It's still happening, Queen Mother. And so you wrote that book about male female relationships, and we understand that if we want to build a strong Black nation, well, we have to build strong, healthy families, because a network of families form a community, and a network of communities forms a nation, right? And so we can't build a strong Black nation unless the Black man and the Black man and Black woman are on the same accord. Um,
That's
so,
right.
so let me ask you this, Queen Mother. Can you speak to the audience? Can you speak to me about male female relationships, roles that we should play? So, what is the role that the men, Black men in our community, should play? And what is the role Black women in our community? What role should we play?
We're in a dangerous spot right here. This tends to get a lot of women ruffled up here. This is the area that we focus on mainly.
You discuss the roles.
Well, we all share the same ancestral slave history,
Mhm.
but a lot of the physical punishment was put on our men to punish him, to destroy his testicles so he couldn't reproduce himself. That's what it was an attempt to do. It failed, of course. And a lot of that punishment was put on them. But the work of the mind was put on us.
Mm.
Okay?
Say that one more
And
time,
so
Queen Mother. I just want to make sure I heard you correctly. You
the
said the
work
work. Mhm.
on the mind of Black people was done on the woman, was done on us.
Please
Okay?
continue.
And that work consisted of separating us from our man. It wasn't just to force us to work or to nurse their babies so that they could grow up and be strong, because the white woman was too frail and weak to produce the kind of nutrients in her milk that a child needs to survive.
Talk your shit, man.
And so they made us do that. They made us prepare and cook the food. We had to do the cleaning. And the thing about it is that we were in the house with them. See, a lot of us who were the role models and who were the strong.
That speaks to the true house Negro. Yeah, we when we talk about house Negroes, the only one we mentioned was the man. Okay, because of course, the black man's image has been under attack for a plethora of decades. Okay, if not centuries. But we don't talk about the true house Negro, which is or was and is the black woman.
Women and who were physically strong also, or even stubborn. We were put in the house. And so they had a greater chance to work on our brain than to just work on the physical abuse of our bodies. And a lot of that sentiment, a lot of their ideas, a lot of their disdain in front of us for our black men and hatred for our children, and a lot of things genetically, we have been reproducing that now for like 17, 18, 19 generations.
That's a fact.
And we keep thinking that it came from someplace else. And we don't understand that we have choices, which is what I want to talk about mostly tonight. We have choices.
Mm-hmm.
We think we can only have choice of freedom of speech, which isn't true either. And we think that we have choice of the clothes we're going to wear, or maybe where we're going to live, where we're going to work, what kind of education we're going to get, and a lot of things. But we have choices also about what kind of relationship we want to have. We don't have to follow the pattern that was taught to us. We were always told that we were stronger than our men.
Yes.
And so they
Yes.
did things for us to make it appear as if we were stronger. But actually, we just live in a society where the entire society is built on supporting us as black women to make us look down on the black man and to make him feel inadequate
Come
to
on.
take care of us.
Come on.
See? And so a lot of what has been going on, we have been practicing without knowledge of what we were doing because we thought we believed the lie and the rumor. We have the only community where the woman is considered stronger and greater and smarter than the man.